Saturday morning cartoons, weren't they just like the greatest thing ever? Especially when you woke up and you didn't have to realise, like at the time when you were a kid, you're like, there's no school to worry about tomorrow. You sat there in the morning watching cartoons and then with a bowl of cereal and just living your best life. And then one cartoon came along and it changed the absolute landscape of cartoons with the colourful characters, the action, and just Marvel superheroes were basically born for you. And today we're talking about X-Men, and we are building, boom, the X-Men mansion from the Lego set. So this one, it come to my bonus payday at work, and I was like, you know what, I want it. Well, I saw it at Christmas and I was like, I want it, but still, bonus payday, it kind of gave me a reason to actually buy it. So it looks incredible. This is Lego set number 76294, and it comes with 3,093 pieces. By the looks of it, it includes quite a few minifigures, including the Sentinel, which isn't a minifigure. It's one of them ones where I don't know what to describe them, but they're kind of like Lego action figures, really. But just looking on the outside, the set looks incredible. Hopefully, it looks just as good on in real life as well. There's a few funny moments on the back, including the great Wolverine meme where he's holding the picture in bed, however, of Cyclops and Jean Grey, or Scott and Jean. It's he's not holding the picture; it's just on the wall, but it's still amusing regardless. Professor Xavier comes with his little hover car thing, and yeah, honestly, I can't wait to build this one. I've had it in my collection for quite a while, so. So what we're going to do today is build it. You're about to see the speed build, and yeah, let's do it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are building the X-Men Lego mansion, and I've been very, very excited to build this one in a long time. The song, however, kind of has a very Bruce Springsteen feel to it. I can just imagine on the streets of New Orleans. I don't know why I said New Orleans when he's from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Oh, messed up there, didn't I? So, judging by this set, I think it's actually predominantly based on the more of the the X-Men comic book than the actual cartoon series, because of it doesn't include Jubilee. It has Iceman in it, who I don't think has an appearance in the '97 cartoon. I know, obviously, regardless, X-Men's always going to be based off the comic book. But obviously, if you're talking about the Saturday morning cartoons, I think this is more of a comic book based one than obviously cartoon series X-Men thing. So when it comes to X-Men, my favourite character in it is Gambit. Just always made me smile through the cartoon series as a kid, with his this smooth, what's it like, charming persona. Also, just like how like kind of stupid he was as well. I loved his dynamic he has with Rogue, and obviously like just it's quite a sad story. Obviously, the fact that they can't touch each other. But if you read the comics, something might happen. Amazingly, this set didn't include Beast, which I was quite surprised about. I'm guessing he must be in jail, still doing his time, as he does for a whole season 1 of X-Men. But like at the same time, he has like a little cameo appearance in one of the stickers, which we'll see later on. The first like 2 bags on this one, you got to build Wolverine and then the Sentinel. You got to like just straight away build the figure, then you got to work on the house. The house was very repetitive, like just constantly just making the windows and the walls, but then obviously all the rooms inside were just completely different, so it does like eventually mix up occasionally, but yeah, overall it's a very fun and simple build, so it wasn't as hard as Jango Fett Starship, so I was very relieved about that. The rooms are a bit small for like the characters to fit in. I feel really bad for the Storm minifigure because of obviously Storm's character. She's very claustrophobic, so I don't really know if it'll work out well for her. So I'll just leave her on the outside, just flying in the air when I do my display. So that's all good there. It does come with obviously Jean Grey and Cyclops. Cyclops is quite a cool little thing where he holds the a beam like to his eye, so it looks like he's firing the beam out, but he has like the serious face, and then just like, well, we'll talk about the minifigures in a bit anyway, but yeah, when it comes to like obviously X-Men like couples, obviously like you're always going to remember him and all them two, Rogue and Gambit, and obviously Colossus and Kitty Pryde. I think are like the main ones you really think about when you think about loving the X-Men like comic books. So yeah, one day, you never know, if we're lucky, we might get a Colossus and Kitty Pryde. I guess, I'd love to see a few more Lego sets. I'm guessing in the next few years we'll probably see some when they start releasing the movies in the MCU, but until then, this is what we got so far, and I believe there's a Quinjet as well, where it comes with an alternative like Magneto minifigure. So yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the build so far. Now this set doesn't include Morph. You know, obviously he was that well, it has that part where he dies. I shouldn't laugh, but it's just the animations when you watch it. Obviously, it was 1997. It was good for what it was. But there's this beautiful animation of the Cyclops, and when he's running, but he just looks like he's running backwards, and it just gets me every time I watch it. And then obviously, like, you know, he has his like epic line of "Wolverine, hold back," and then just that was the end of Morph until later on he comes back. Spoiler alert. And then plays quite a vital role in X-Men 97. So yeah, well done Morph on your big comeback. And yeah, they changed the character design completely. They just changed him to like a where he's just like a, obviously he was just like some generic looking man, and then obviously like then now he's just like a guy who just wears like a white mask kind of thing. Kind of, I don't know, he just kind of looks like the comedian, I guess, from Spider-Man comics, where he's just not in, like, you know, turn into someone else. So maybe they're the same person. They're not, but still, you know, yeah. One of the more surprising characters it come with was Bishop. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, he appears in this one. He has his, like, you know, big moment where like he comes in. I believe it's the Days of Future Past storyline, because obviously he comes back to basically make the world a better place and stop Mystique, who's playing as Gambit, to like well, I don't know if that's the same in the comic books, but basically from shooting a very vital person and making, like, you know, the war against mutants like what it is. But yeah, no, he appears. There's no Nightcrawler. There is a reference to him on a poster, which is pretty fun. And obviously, I think the album one's Dazzler. I think it is. There was rumored she was going to be like played by Taylor Swift in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, but never made an appearance. But yeah, then like on some of the walls, you do see some like grey parts. So has it gone into the what's it called, the void, or is it just battle damage? Who knows? You know, you can see it right there. So with Avengers Doomsday coming up, obviously there's going to be like the X-Men are going to be returning, which is going to be really, really cool. We have seen Beast and obviously a variant of Charles Xavier, but Channing Tatum's Gambit got announced for it again. Well, Channing Tatum's been announced. We can only assume it's going to be Gambit then. But like, I want to see if he definitely is playing Gambit. He currently is. Then, like, you know, how he's gonna like fit into the X-Men kind of thing at the start, because obviously like he was in the other void from Deadpool and Wolverine with them, and like they just basically there's a whole thing that says, oh yeah, can you put them in like a happy place or whatever. So who knows really what's gonna happen there. Like I'm excited, and I really want to know what's gonna happen. Tell me if you guys are excited for Doomsday and what you're most looking forward to as well. Well, I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and as long as you are, give us a like and subscribe. Well, I say we're coming towards the end of the video. We're coming towards the end of the speed build. So this has been a really fun one, and I'm hoping we do some more Marvel sets in the future. Like, my ideal one to do soon is the Daily Bugle. I guess it's just money that's setting me back from it, but I've seen a rumour that it could be getting retired soon, so I'm like, oh, better get it sooner than later. So here we go. It's the X-Men mansion in full. So it's really nice to pose it, and obviously, part of the mansion being smashed is quite a fun idea. You got the water parts spraying out. How I did it, I put Gambit and Rogue together because you have to, along with Scott and Jean on the top. In a second you'll see them. And then I just did Magneto standing tall on top, and I'm probably just going to leave it posed like this because at the end of the day it's a really nice build and nice to have looking in your collection like this. Now the back's got some quite cool details. You got the poster there from Days of Future Past. There's a nice little basketball hoop. I'm guessing that's when this part here looks like it's the Void's been there. Then you got this Nightcrawler and Dazzler poster, I believe. There was massive rumours about Taylor Swift playing Dazzler in one of the Deadpool movies, I think it was, but never happened. Now onto the rooms. I believe this is Cerebro because you can see on this little tracking thing you can see little people on there. So put Charles in there and let him track the mutants down. There he is doing his thing. You have to. Here we go. There's my boy Hank. This set needed more Hank. When you see a person called Hank is the most manly name ever, but he makes an appearance there in the lecturing classroom, obviously. Here's the rec room. There's 2 floors of it, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. The next part here is there's a coffee spillage, and it leads into the bedroom with the world famous picture and a copy of X-Men on the comic book. This part here, you get to see the original first class photo on the side there, but it's the elevator, and obviously there's a picture of Professor Xavier and Magneto when they were young. Right, here are all the minifigs. All of them have 2 like face scans, apart from I believe it's Professor Xavier and Iceman. Wolverine and like Eric the Red, they both have hair, or they have their masks, whichever ones you prefer. So that's a quite cool feature. And here is the Sentinel. It's pretty cool, but here is a very emotional remake. However, the good thing about this set, you can recreate it and make it better. Screw you, Sentinel, I'm Gambit. Shebang. Name's Gambit. Mon ami.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, some TV in my life has really shocked me, one including the time where Cal died in Casualty, but the death of Gambit, wow. On to the next part.
And here it is, everyone's favourite meme. Poor Logan. And for no reason, here's Cyclops getting blown up in slow motion.
So here it is, the Lego X-Men Mansion. This is one of the coolest things ever. Like literally, like if you grew up watching the X-Men cartoon series as a kid, this is like a build for you. It really is. Like comes with Logan's little motorbike as well. Like you got so many things. Like obviously the Sentinel's a cool little touch, and you can just pull it apart easily as well. Let me know. Here we go. There we go. So it comes in 3 pieces. So just say you had 3 kids and you wanted to share out the Lego. I know it's like an 18+ model, but yeah, you can just pull out like the three parts of the building, and yeah, you can just basically have them like all playing with one. If letting me, there we go. I'm just tearing it apart now. But yeah, no, it's a really fun build. I love it, and like I just still can't believe like something like this even exists. For like the fan of the old cartoons and obviously just X-Men in general. This is a solid build. Like it's really cool. It comes with a lot of things, so you can pose your like little minifigures. Obviously, I've got Bishop flying out, and also Storm, Charles Xavier on his little hover bike, car thing. Yeah, literally like, and then you've got all the rooms. The rooms can be a bit small. There are a lot of cool features with them. There's also this if you want to fly Magneto, but I think he's been through a lot, so personally I don't like to do that. But yeah, overall I'll give it a solid 5,000, of course, like on the 5,000 scale. I think it's totally worth it. Like, yeah, I think some of the rooms could be a little bit bigger because obviously you can only like fit like one character really in there to push. But overall, it's a solid build. I've really enjoyed it, and it was really like simple to make. It's more pieces than the the Jango Fett Starship, and it was a lot more relaxing. I'm guessing it's something to do with all like the curved pieces and stuff like that. But there was a lot of like repetitive building, like with like the windows and stuff like that. But overall, yeah, I love it. Just brings back memories of watching X-Men as a kid. So I say a kid, more like my teenage years. But overall, yeah, love it. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed this one today. Hope to see you on the next one. Always remember I'm MateyHH5000. Follow Tugboats Reviews on Instagram. Also, you can follow me. My details are at the start of the video. And always remember to stay. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Matty HH's Lego Reviews. Click.